Hi, my name is Aubrey. Today I'm going to be introducing you to my Global Readiness project. Global Readiness for me means as a university instructor, I think that international educations and being able to gain an education in the United States is valued on the basis of that cultural intersection where being an international student, their values and virtues are something that will be expressed directly through languages. And the more languages and foreign languages that um, the students are able to adapt to, I think that as a philosophical goal and as an instructor, being able to formally adapt and prepare the meditations required for book learning, as well as being able to confront social issues that may require language devices. Um, in a globalizing and changing environment, especially in the next 20 to 30 years, as I'll be looking for participation in the groundworks of the foundation for lecture. But more importantly to me, I think the exposition and demonstration for a philosophical companion to texts provides a certain type of context where groups of individuals may not have the ability to communicate an idea based upon command, except for in the phrases of uh, their primary language. Being able to connect with people and adapt socially, as well as engage those social contexts, sometimes provides something that encounters that issue and may even solve that issue. Not necessarily planning on studying abroad myself, but in a globalized world, you are going to encounter content that otherwise um, you, without the language, won't be able to understand the function of the presentation of the information. So it may end up being secular, or especially in a religious situation where somebody feels personally connected to something. The problems with the digital content in universities more and more and more are adapting to the affluential state of universal grammars in computation. Not that universal grammars are bad, and not that artificial intelligence is bad, but that knowledge gap in permanent language development in my personal professional studies will be a cultural concern rather than navigating a sort of sentience that computers provide. Where in the globalized age, communication and affinity for culture is a synthesis that is not always immediate. I think that memory and experience for me is a personal adaptation that I've gained in the engagement with philosophy, most importantly in literature. Uh, I prefer to experience the logic itself, and that habit is something that is a choice for a student to use as a companion and a resource to their own research. But in research goals, the methodological approach to education is a forbearing to experience comprehensively changing the dimensions of our expression of knowledge in a globalized world. And I think that that is something that using language to be able to take those opportunities to adapt to what the students' needs are is going to increase the conversations about more complex artificial intelligent learning on campus, as well as being able to look into those foreign language societal concepts that linguists do need. That initial understanding that I suggest is that in my professional studies, I've found always I think I'm at four languages now, or five if you include sign, that when the power of impact of connection with a personal person's habit and then to individually respect them, it changes based in the cultural connections that we have the ability to connect culture to the ideas, and we have the ability to flourish in our own culture. We have the ability to provide an open door policy between culture and religion, and a more universal education based upon culture rather than language um, allows for a greater clarity and long-term learning. Um, I think that my general skills are always going to get better with language the more that I hear someone speaking it. So even though the silent type of language is to profess something, I think that not always giving what's on your mind is also a part of learning intelligently to speak, read, and write in other languages.